Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Accidental Beauty. If you're new, welcome. My name is Laura. I'm a self-taught makeup enthusiast who just loves trying out makeup. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. As part of my Sample Sundays series, I basically am just going through my stash of samples that I've gotten through Sephora and other similar places. And I figured, you know what, if I'm trying them out, I might as well do a little review. So I've actually got a playlist below that you can, or somewhere around here, so you can check that out if you're interested in seeing what else. They're all first impressions because, you know, obviously when you get a sample, you don't get that much product. So I can really only try it out once or twice. So today I'm going to be doing a sort of first impression review of the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. They gave me 6 shades to try out. Spoiler alert, I tried the 2 lightest shades because obviously the rest of the colors are too dark for me. So I'm actually wearing the 2 lightest shades under my eyes as concealer today. So if you want to see kind of a little bit of an application tutorial and try on, and then my thoughts at the end, then please keep on watching. Because this foundation is a little bit light for me, I feel like I might have to go to either the lightest shade or the second lightest shade. I'm kind of leaning towards the second lightest shade because I feel like the lightest shade might be a little too bright on me. I like a brightening concealer, but that might be too bright even for me. It's such a weird selection of shades in the sample pack. It looks like they have a fair amount of different undertones in this concealer range, but then the sample pack, the 2 light shades, we have Fair 3, neutral rosy undertones, Light 3, which are just neutral undertones, Medium 4, neutral golden undertones, Medium Dark 3, golden undertones, Dark 3, golden undertones, Deep 3, neutral undertones. You know, I'm pretty pale, but I've got warm undertones. I can usually get away with products that have neutral undertones, but I don't know, just kind of strange. Okay, so I'll just read the little romance copy that we've got over here. So it says, turn out the base Butter Silk Concealer. Texture solving formula glides on skin like butter on toast. Do it all concealer. Multi-use for eyes, highlighting, contouring, or to spot treat raised texture. Medium to full coverage, no cake, no dryness. We will see. Texture solving ingredients, we've got caffeine that helps depuff and revive the appearance of skin. Fake extra sleep with a flawless finish. Love that. Avocado and mango butters help to hydrate and nourish to smooth texture. And an exclusive peptide blend provides a fresh and revitalized appearance to help improve texture. Waterproof 12-hour wear, no cake based on consumer test results, no crease, same thing, and no transfer, all based on consumer test results. Available in 24 inclusive shades, and then find your match at onesizebeauty.com or Sephora. Interesting. So I'm going to test this out. I'm going to have 2 different primers on. One is just going to be the hydrating primer that I'm currently wearing. And then the other side, I'm going to put a sticky primer. So I'm going to use the Vasanti Baby Face Primer. I find this one's very sticky, so it helps products stay on a bit better if it makes a difference at all to prevent creasing. So you know what? I think I'm going to put it on this side because this side gets creasing a bit worse. This might be too much even, but I'll just apply that and then just wait a minute for it to dry. So I'll start applying the concealer on the other side while I wait for that to dry. And I think, let's try this Light 3 shade. Doesn't really have much of a scent, which is totally fine with me. This might actually be a little too dark. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is too dark for me. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to blend this in. Yeah, this is too dark. Okay. I guess we'll have to go with the lighter shade. Although, it's a very nice texture, actually. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to use whatever's left on my hand and apply that on the other side. I'll just open up the lighter shade. And hopefully this one is light enough for me. Perfect. Yeah, okay. Actually, yeah, that works a lot better. Oh, and I'm getting concealer all in my lashes. Lovely. And, actually, this shade, Fair 3, seems to be a pretty good match. Even though it's neutral, I feel like it kind of almost cancels out some of my, dark circles. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that first shade on just so the color matches. Okay, and then I'll take a little bit of this other shade, maybe a little bit more of this other shade, and then mix that in. It's a very lightweight concealer. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty medium to full coverage, but the texture is a lot more lightweight than I would expect for like a pretty full coverage concealer. All right, let's just zoom in so we can take a look. So obviously I have bags under my eyes, can't do anything about that. But I mean, so far, I just applied it obviously, but I think it looks really good. Like it's very smooth, it's very like, it's kind of blurring a little bit under my eyes. It's really, really nice. It blends into my foundation beautifully. But I'm already starting to get a crease, like, I don't know if you can see right over here. And then I got a little bit of creasing on my smile lines over here. And this was the side that I put the sticky primer on. I don't love that it's already started to crease like right after I applied it. Maybe that's something that I can't really avoid as I get older and start to show more signs of aging. I don't really know. But I do really like the texture and I like how lightweight it is. I like how easy it is to apply. You really don't need that much of it, so I imagine this will last you for a while as well. It looks really nice. It looks like I'm not wearing concealer. So I do love that. Let's see how it looks after a couple hours of wear. I'll come back and show you how it's looking, and then I'll talk about my final thoughts. So I've had this concealer on for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours now. It doesn't look great. So I purposely didn't set it. Like normally I set my concealer with powder regardless because it's gonna crease on me. You know what? I think it's actually holding up worse on the side that I use the sticky primer, and normally that seems to work for me, although it doesn't look great on the other side either. So let me just zoom in and I'll show you what I'm talking about, but I'm really disappointed. I really had high hopes for this. I've heard really good things about this brand. I think I've only tried their eyeliner and I quite like that. Not feeling great about this concealer. So let's zoom in, I'll turn down my lights and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see if you can see this on camera. Yeah. All right, so this is the side that I put the sticky primer on, and like, I am not happy with all that creasing. It hasn't even been 2 hours yet, and normally I get, you know, a bit more longevity than this before it starts to crease. This is the side that I only have the Too Faced, what's it called? Hangover RX primer. Like, look at that crease. And like, I'm just so disappointed. Like, okay, standing back, like I just look so old. Like again, most concealers have been creasing on me. I guess that happens just as you get older. And it just looks very dry. It just seems to emphasize texture. It's just really not flattering. So that's a bit of a bummer. Unfortunately, it just did not work. It says no cake, no crease, no transfer. I mean, yeah, it doesn't transfer, or it doesn't transfer very much. You know, it did glide on really nicely and all that. It looked really nice after applying, although it did seem to start creasing like shortly after I applied it, which is kind of odd. But yeah, unfortunately, it does look like maybe not cakey, but it does sort of look a little like crepey, and it did crease. That's gonna be a no for me. I'd probably give this a 3 out of 5. I'm just really not impressed, unfortunately, which is too bad. Just because it didn't work for me though doesn't mean it won't work for you. So if you are thinking about picking this up, I'd recommend just doing your research and looking at other reviews on this. I mean, this has been out for a while, so there's tons of reviews out there, I'm sure. For the record, I have dry combination skin, mostly dry skin, and I am eczema prone. I usually just get eczema kind of on my cheeks, sometimes a little bit on my forehead from time to time. The area under my eyes, I wouldn't say it's particularly dry or oily, maybe like normal to dry, I guess. But yeah, this just looks really, really bad on me, unfortunately. That didn't work out for me, but if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the type of looks that I do, normally they're a lot more over the top, then I'm sure you'll enjoy the content that I post on my other social media, and I'll leave links in the description box below so you can check that out if you're interested. And if you enjoy the content that I post here on my channel and you want to see more, I'd love it if you could subscribe and turn on notifications, and that way you'll get updated every time I post a new video, and I'll see you guys next time.